You know, the night sky is something that a lot of people take for granted, but it has been part of the human experience for all of history. You know, people would be able to step outside and see a star-filled sky, something like we have here, and that inspired art and science and religion and culture in so many ways. And yet we're kind of cutting ourselves off from that now. And I think it really is a valuable experience for people to have. You don't have to go amazingly far from town to be able to see a pretty good night sky again, which is great. So if you look at how big Tucson is and how many lights Tucson has, and you compare that to another city of typical size, the outdoor lighting ordinance really does make a difference here and really does help keep lighting in check. And of course, the benefits to controlling light pollution extend beyond just astronomy. And having the right kind of lighting means that there's less glare, so when people want to drive around at night, there's less light shining right in their face. You should also be able to have lower energy use when it's done properly, because you're putting light where it needs to go as opposed to everywhere, and less impact on the natural world as well. Yet, you know, we sort of have everything backwards right now. You and I are sitting inside in a room that's nowhere near as bright as the outside environment is in the daytime. And most of us spend all our days in environments that are dimly lit compared to the outdoor world, and at night in an area that is lit, and normally we should be in the dark. So we kind of have things a bit backwards. But the human body is set up to have a natural circadian rhythm, a natural clock, and the introduction of light at night can disrupt that. So there is a hormone called melatonin, which is thought to be one of the cancer fighters within your body. And it goes through a cycle that's tied directly to the day and night cycle. But the introduction of light at night shuts that down. So if you are sleeping in a dark environment, you're going to have that unless you get up and turn on a whole bunch of lights during the night, or unless you have a bright light from outside shining in your bedroom window. What research is telling us is that people really do need dark, and it's part of the natural world. And while we do a lot to shield ourselves from the natural world with air conditioning and all kinds of things and living indoors, that cycle of day and night is actually really important.